Hi, it's James here from the Sprinkled Donut Forge, and I have an update on the CV Axle Sort It project. I have rubbed it down with some boiled linseed oil to keep the rust off. I like the little patina it has developed from working and heat treating and buffing it and oiling it. I like that a lot. I promised a stack leather handle, and I have delivered that to the best of my abilities with the leather I had. It looks a little bit rough and lopsided, but it's quite comfortable and quite tight. These are epoxied together. I sharpened a pipe to cut out the rings of leather with a hammer, and I will show you that pipe in just a moment. Here is that beautiful cable Damascus guard that was so generously gifted to me. The steel was to make this guard by Curiosity Forge, and I took it upon myself to make a little finial for the end, and I thought a fishtail might look cool, or mermaid tail, or however you want to take it. Just a piece of 1/2 by 1 inch flat stock. I upset it, flattened it out, and did a little bit of peening work on it with the cross peen just to give it some character. And I drilled a dovetail hole into this while holding it in my vise, and shaped the end of the sword blade itself to where when I heated it and I hammered this thing on there, after I had all my leather and guard in place, it riveted itself in there, and now it's held fast without a rivet drilled through either side. So there's really no way for me to remove this. So I'm going to pause the video and I'll show you the tube that I made to cut these leather pieces with. Alright, back to my filthy stool here. This is a piece of about 12-13 inch iron pipe that I use to feed air via an adapter into my bucket foundry. So I took it upon myself to take it over my Homeowner Fright 1x30 belt grinder and sharpen it. You can see it's got a pretty nice edge on it for what it is, and I locked it in my vise firmly using a piece of leather wrapped around it to help secure it in place. Left it sticking up, and I placed my leather pieces over the sharp portion and used a rubber mallet to punch them out. And I used several different shades of leather, so when they're stacked you get a nice blend. Got a black, some brown, and I alternated in sequence to get the look that I have now. And I punched the centers out with a hole large enough to expand around the blade. I didn't cut the blade round. I wanted to leave as much meat in it as possible on the handle portion, and I epoxied them together on the handle. And as you can see, it really did a nice job. It looks a little wet right now because I've wiped the whole thing down with good old boiled linseed oil, and I'm going to let this dry. But tomorrow there will be a video posted that I'm sure you will all want to watch. I'm going to go vegetable shopping, and I think you know where I'm going with this. There's going to be some cutting. There's going to be some eating, I'm sure. But altogether, it turned out to be a really nice feeling blade. I like the way it looks. Considering what it was, it's all but a miracle to make a blade out of something like that. So here's my update on the CV Axle Sort It project, and it's been a labor of love. I'm looking forward to destroying some things with this tomorrow, and I want you all to see it and enjoy the carnage. Alright, until tomorrow, bye.